Bam! What's up, guys? It's your boy DJ coming at you with a update on the Fiido L3. There it is, right there. Bam! Let's try it this way. Turn the phone the other direction. But anyway, I'm out here on the trails, back in the woods. Yep, that's right. These are my legitimate mountain bike trails or hiking trails, whatever you want to do. We have here in Illinois, very nice. Nice thing about it, there's no bears to worry about, no cougars, no wolves, just coyotes. That's the biggest carnivore we got. Of course, we got the raccoons. But anyway, back to the Fiido L3. I think it's doing really good. Really good. I just topped the battery off before I came out to make sure I can go wherever I want to go. And that's a nice feeling about having this bike here, is that you can go wherever you want to go. There is no range anxiety. And of course, guys, there you see it with my GV luggage on the back. Yeah, it's really nice. And if you're wondering what that hat is, that is actually a hat, a construction style hat, but I put it on the back to make me more visible. See the tail light there on. Very impressed with the bike, but I do have something to say to those of you who are interested in getting this bike. Fiido isn't going to want me to say it, but I have to say it, guys. I would say this to anybody. Before you buy this bike, see if you can source a solid seat post, an extra long seat post. I believe it's 34 millimeter. At least that's what it said on that seat post. That seat post there, again, is from my Swagtron. I forgot the thing is Swagtron EB5 Pro Plus. 14-inch wheel bike. It looks similar to this. Not as uppity or didn't have disc brakes and stuff, but the Swagtron is an awesome bike. EB5 Pro Plus. See if you can source that seat post for that bike before you buy this thing, especially if you are a taller rider like me. I'm 5'11", I'm almost 6 feet tall. And I got the seat post pretty much at its max right there, as you can see. It's maxed out. Now, I don't always ride it like that. I'm just doing that, riding it with it at that height so I can get pretty much full leg extension for a taller guy. Because the stock seat post for this bike, it drops, man, when you sit on it. It's a suspension seat post. And all the reviews I hear, everybody's raving on how great it is. I disagree. I ride a lot, more than most people probably, and you don't want. I would think you wouldn't want that seat post unless you're going to get the bike to just scooter around on. If you're going to use it pretty much as a throttle e-bike, yeah, you probably love it. I mean, even then, I don't like the seat post that much. It's kind of notchy. It's not like it's super smooth, you know. It feels like to me, it feels like it's doing something it's not supposed to do. The up and down motion is very notchy as far as I'm concerned. That's how I describe it. But I like it a lot better with just a solid, seat post like this off the EB5 Pro Plus off the Swagtron bike. It's a direct fit too, guys. So if you guys can source the seat post, I'm just trying to double check something on the seat post here. Yeah, if you guys can source this seat post from the Swagtron EB5 Pro Plus, and if you're a taller rider, trust me, you'll be better off, guys. Much better off, because that seat post there, the stock seat post, is not long enough. They need to make it longer, and they need to offer a solid stem. Fiido, I highly recommend that you guys check out the Swagtron EB5 Pro Plus seat post, because it's much longer than your stock seat post, and it doesn't have the suspension in it, of course, and it's a much better ride to me as a person who rides a lot, because you have more control over how it feels, because you can get a seat to your liking. Like this is a Schwinn seat, a little cheap seat I got at Walmart for 30 bucks, but it has big springs underneath. Let me see if I can show you guys kind of. Hang on a second, I got my hand in the way. You kind of see it like that. See that? It's got big springs underneath. And I call it the big booty seat. It's extremely comfortable. It's not over bouncy, but you got a nice firm ride, guys. Seat feels good on the butt cheeks. So I highly recommend that seat and the Swagtron seat post. That's the biggest upgrade I think that you can do for this bike, is simply to get the seat post, the solid seat post, guys. I think you'll like it so much more. I really do. Also, guys, here's another recommendation I recommend that you guys do. And I've shown this in my other video. Again, this is a bike that I will not be leaving at the bike rack. If I go in the store, I'll take the bike in the store with me. Of course, the luggage box will not be on there if I take it in the store. But what I did again, guys, I have my key, let me show you guys again, attached to the frame permanently. I can turn it off here, hang on. See me turn it off, take the key out, there you go. See that right there? I don't have to worry about losing the key. I don't have to get my truck keys, put this key in there and stick them in there and have them dangling all around. That's very ghetto. There you go. Right there, I leave it on there. And when I want to ride the bike, I just stick it back in there, pop it on, there you go. Ready to go, guys. That way you don't have to worry about losing your key. I think it's a good idea. Some people probably don't, but that's one less thing I have to worry about. Again, this is not a bike that I will be leaving at a bike rack. It will be with me. But what else can I say? I think the bike does pretty good. I like it a lot. And the big takeaway is, of course, the range. You know, this bike, you can get over 120 miles off of pedal assist. I can almost pretty much guarantee you that, because I have a 20-inch electric bike I got back in 2015. Okay, and I did range tests on all these bikes, and this bike had a bigger motor, smaller battery. Okay, it had a 12 amp hour battery, a 350 watt motor, but it was bigger than these. You know, it's for a 20-inch rim. But anyway, on that bike, in the lowest level of pedal assist, I got 65 miles in the lowest level of pedal assist. Now remember, that's only a 12 amp hour battery, and I on that bike I rode it pretty much on a flat though. I had one steep incline on an overpass. Other than that, it was on flat ground, and I achieved 65 miles. Okay, so this battery here is double the size of that battery, and it's a smaller motor. Okay, so it uses a little less power. So I can guarantee you that you can get over 120 miles on this bike in the lowest level of pedal assist on a flat. Even if you weigh about 200 pounds on a flat. You know, I've done a lot of range. I've got like 3 other bikes that have geared hub motors. I've done extensive testing with them. I have a full suspension mountain bike. If you go on my archives, you can find it. It's a few years back, but I have a full suspension mountain bike. It's awesome. It has a 12 amp hour battery, or 11 point, I think it's 11.5 actually. But anyway, I did a range test with that bike in the lowest level of pedal assist when I lived in Florida on flats, including one severe climb over an overpass. And on that bike, I got 50 miles. Okay? So you can kind of see the consistency that I was getting off of the 12 amp hour battery. The mountain bike, because of the bigger wheels, I got a little less mileage. I got 50 miles of travel. On the 20-inch wheel, I got 65 off the same battery, guys. And those two bikes actually have the same motor. So, yeah. So this little bike here, oh man, it's potential. I would say you have the potential to get 130 to 140 miles, probably on a flat, with pedal assist in the lowest setting. A lot of people won't ride like that, but you know, sometimes a lot of people will, you know. So just want to drop that information on you guys. And then, again, you can go back and look at my older videos if you want to see some of those reviews I did on my other e-bikes. I still have those bikes. They're very awesome bikes. They're made by Easy Motion. I think they went out of business, at least here in the United States. But anyway, this bike here is awesome. I love the tires on it. And I would advise all of you, when you travel with these bikes, go prepared. I have a tire pump. I have a brand new inner tube in the back just in case I get a flat. I forgot my patch kit because it would be my luck to get 2 flats at one time. But anyway, keep a patch kit on you too, but I keep everything in the luggage. Why do I have the luggage box on there? That's my whole reason for getting this bike. Was because of the frame being tied into, or the rack being tied into the frame, because you can support more weight. You know, I rode to the motorcycle yesterday, motorcycle shop rather yesterday, and had to pick up a battery for one of my motorcycles in, and it's quite heavy, but I put it in the back there. Of course, no problem. But yeah, it's nice to be able to do that. So I highly advise people, when you go on long bike rides, go prepared for a flat, because it can and will happen. Like, again, I ride more than most people, so, and it does happen to me. I was riding on my Swagtron EB5 Pro Plus home from work, 2 o'clock, 2:30 in the morning, caught a flat tire. But I was prepared. I had my tools and I had my electric pump, and I was able to take care of business and get home safely. So, yeah. What else can I say about the bike? Again, guys, I can't emphasize getting that seat post for this bike. Again, I highly advise you, if you want to get this bike and you're taller, you're like me, 5'11", 5'10" on up, 6 foot, 6'2", to source the seat post first before you purchase this bike. Because, you know, most bike shops are not going to want to do a return on this bike when you get it and you realize, wait a minute, I don't like the seat post, because they tell you that this bike will fit a guy that's up to what, 6'3", 6'4". I would say no, because that seat, as high as it looks, and when you sit on it, it drops. That suspension post affects your leg extension. You know, you have a variable leg extension, where this, it's just solid. I don't have to worry about this up and down motion and my leg extension being altered all the time because I hit a bump. Okay, so source Swagtron's EB5 Pro Plus seat post for that bike, and it's a direct fit, guys. And I guarantee you, almost guarantee you, you'll like the ride much better. But do that before you purchase this bike. That's my advice, because I'd have been screwed up. I would have been screwed if I would have not had this seat post. I didn't know it was going to be that bad, that I didn't like it that much, that suspension seat post. But luckily I had the EB5 Pro Plus to take that post off and use it. So that's the biggest advice I can give anybody else about the bike. Everything else about the bike I like. The brakes are great. The fenders, the frame seems sturdy. And like with anything, I'll know over time how good this bike is. You know, it looks the part. How's it going to hold up? We'll see, because I'm going to put it to the test. Because my EB5 Pro Plus, I got a lot of miles on that bike, and that bike is awesome. It's just not as refined as this bike. You know, it doesn't have disc brakes. I wish it did. But other than that, it's a great bike, the EB5 Pro Plus. So I'd highly recommend, if you want a nice, like if you decide you don't want to spit out the money for this Fiido bike, look into the Swagtron EB5 Pro Plus. Look at my videos. It's a really nice bike. All right, guys, I think I've said enough here. What else can I say? Also, too, it's a good thing to have your rearview mirror here. Grab one of those. What else? Get your rearview mirror. It has a rear light. Yeah, it's a real nice bike, guys. All right. Fiido L3.